My name is HFHill, and this is a short video on how to use the Richmar 4-channel combo. Alright, come on in a little closer. We're going to get the face plate, and I'm going to walk you through all the certain particulars of it. So we're going to start with the power button. So where you put the AC cord in back, you have a button right on top of it, and it's an on-off. Beeps at you twice, and we have power. Okay? We have 4 outputs here. We have our intensity control and our push button panel. The panel is divided into 2. The top half is the ultrasound and the bottom half is the stim. So together in the same unit, that's a combination therapy device. The ultrasound is pretty basic. Whatever you choose for your time parameter, it remembers that same time. So we don't have an issue with setting defaults because truly that is the only default. It has a transducer selection, and this particular transducer is a 5 and 2 centimeter hammer. So they come optional just 5, optional just 2, a 10 centimeter hammer, an auto sound head, and the hammer, which is the 5 and the 10. Alright, so when we plug in back, no matter which sound head we have a plug that has an arrow on one side. That arrow points straight up as you put it in the back. It's the only way it goes in. It's a very sturdy and strong piece. Alright? So once we plug it in, over on the side we have our transducer selection, and the transducer selection says 2 and 10 centimeter, 5 and AS. Okay, so here the 2 and 10 centimeter are highlighted, and so that tells you the 10 centimeter is not in, so that only leaves the 2. So that's the 2 centimeter option. If this were the 10 centimeter sound head, the 10 centimeter light would be lit, and that would be your only transducer choice. If our other side was lit, as it is now we have the 5 centimeter side that's active and not the 2 centimeter side. The same would be true if we plugged in the auto sound head. The auto sound head is the auto sound head, and that would also have that same light lit. Okay? Then we have our duty factor, which is 100, 50, 20, and 10. Okay? When it's 50, 20, or 10, an example is 20%, it's 20% on and 80% off. Okay, then we have our frequency, which is 1 or 3. In the auto sound option, if you choose to get the auto sound head, you can get a pass at 1 and a pass at 3, which gives you both deep and superficial. But in this case, you choose your auto sound, and here it's our 5 centimeter head. I know that because our 5 cm light is on, not our 2, and we've chosen 1 megahertz. So we're going to get deep ultrasound with our 1 megahertz, or we're going to get superficial ultrasound with our 3 megahertz, all through the 5 centimeter sound head. Okay? And then we have our watts, or watts per centimeter squared, and there's our selection there, and almost everybody leaves it on watts per centimeter squared. Okay? So we're ready to put this gel on and turn your 5 centimeter sound head up and start doing your, hit your start button, and you start doing your ultrasound. The time will count down and beep at you. And there's your ultrasound. Alright? So now we're going to go over the stim portion of this, and the stim portion is your 4 outputs right here. Okay, so the 4 outputs in this particular machine, you have all kinds of options. You have quadrupolar interferential, which are your 4 pads. You have pre-modulated, which is pre-mixed in the machine, or a 2-pad interferential. You have Russian stim, high volt, and microcurrents. Okay, one of the neat things about this machine are your therapy profiles. Profile A, B, C, and D. Alright, so they're very easy to program. As we spin the machine around and turn it off, Okay, the first time you turn it on, you press any of the profiles. In this example, we're going to press profile A twice. Once you press it twice, it's in program mode. So I can profile A, I can make it Russian stem and make it 13 minutes. I can change any of the other parameters that I want. I can make it 10 seconds on and 30 seconds off, or 10 seconds on and 20 seconds, or 10-10, or 10-5, or 5-5, whatever I like. So I'm going to choose 5-5, and you turn the intensity up when you're happy with your parameters, and you press and hold the Start Accept button for about 3 seconds until 2 shrills sound. There we go. I let go of the button, and I go back to profile A, and it's 13 minutes of Russian stem. I'll do that one more time really quick. So I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on, press profile A twice. I'm going to press quadrupolar. I'm going to turn up the intensity. I'm going to press start and hold. 2 shrills and stop. And back to profile A, and there's our quadrupolar again. So that's how it has the memory, and that's how you set the presets. You don't have to do, you have 4 of those you can set. You don't have to do those. You can just choose to push the buttons, if you like, and adjust the parameters as you go, but most people prefer to go either they're acute, subacute, chronic, and long-term chronic, or they do everybody on the same 2 sort of setups, and you choose profiles A and B. One of the things to remember is these are buttons down here as well. They represent each one of the outputs, so if you choose to do ultrasound, one of the many neat things about this particular device is you can do ultrasound in combination with the electrical stem through outputs A, B, C, or D. Alright, so one more thing I'm going to show you in this short video is this is a pair of your lead cords, and your lead cords certainly go into the front as the white goes in the white. There we go, and the red goes in the red, and they split apart, and you have your basic sticky electrode that would go on either side. But if you ever have a problem with any of your, if your machine ever surges on anybody and you're questioning whether it was the machine or the lead cord or the sticky pad, the easiest thing to do is to swap out a pair of sticky pads and try it on yourself, see if it works. But one of the neat things you can do on this particular machine is in the back you have an electrode test. And you plug it in, and there's a minor bit of electricity coming out of here, and you hold your 2 together. Okay, when you hold them together, you wiggle here, wiggle there, wiggle here, wiggle there, take it in the center, and shake it. The sound you're looking for is that sort of sound. If you get that sort of sound when you're wiggling, you know you have a break in the lead cord. If you have a break in the lead cord, you just call an order and get a new one. There's no fixing lead cords. You just unplug it. I recommend you tie a big knot in it, and you call us and get a new lead cord. They're kept in stock and ready to go. Alright, I think that's going to conclude our first video on how to use the basic Richmar 4-channel combination therapy device. Thank you.